So since Yu-Gi-Oh's conception, my favorite summoning mechanic has always been the ritual summon. I love the way that the cards look, and I love the way that the mechanic plays, but for most of Yu-Gi-Oh's life, the ritual summon mechanic has been pretty lackluster. But in recent years and in recent times, we have gotten a lot of ritual support, and a ritual deck that has always been on my radar, but I've avoided simply just due to the lack of support. Finally getting a new touch of paint, I had to hop in and try it out. Today, I'm going to be showcasing off my Megalith Mitsurugi deck list. And for those who have been around on the channel, you guys should know that I'm not a big fan of throwing in powerful engines just for the sake of throwing in a powerful engine. I do like there to be some form of synergy, and Megalith Mitsurugi is a little more one-way synergy, but it is still a pretty solid, cohesive ritual synergy style deck. So I'm having an absolute blast learning this deck. This is my 60 card pile between both Megalith, Mitsurugi, and some generic rock support. Not gonna take up too much more of your time. We're gonna kind of try and keep this nice and simple, just to make it real easy and explain it. Go card by card, explain the ratios, talk about what the card does, and try and hop in and get at least one game. These combos take quite some time, so let's hope we can get all that done in a nice little bow. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Starting on the top left, moving to the bottom right, we got Drone Lockbird at 2, just a necessary hand trap. We have the Max C at 1. While this card is still playable, you should still be playing. 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Ghost Bell. These are just my preferred hand traps. We have Manju with the 10,000 hands. Normally, I would play Herald, but we are in a K9 meta. And unfortunately, Herald activates K9 because you're sending away a card from your extra deck to activate it in grave, and then immediately activates K9. So this is just, you normal summon this, bam, you get any play that you want out of this deck. Weathering Soldier, because we have a bit of a fossil package in this deck. And this basically, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add a Fossil Fusion right to your hand. It's very interesting. We'll get a little bit more into that. Now for the Mitsurugi cards, we are playing the 1 Night Sword Serpent, the 1 Mitsurugi Kusanagi, the 1 Saji, and the 1 Aramasa. These are just the main tribute fodder, normal summon. If you guys don't understand the Mitsurugi package, basically these cards get abilities and effects upon being tributed for any reason at all. Any type of tribute will actually kick off these effects. It does not specify ritual summon. Aramasa searches a Mitsurugi monster. Saji grabs you as Mitsurugi spell and trap. Kusanagi grabs you a Mitsurugi card from your graveyard or banishment. And this isn't necessarily a Mitsurugi card, but it gets special summon back to the field if it does get sent to the graveyard. So it is just always great in the Mitsurugi engine in order to get another level 4 body out on the board. We're playing 1 Black Dragon because this is a rock-based deck. Broken card. Love having Black Dragon. When it's sent to the graveyard, you can grab up to as many rock monsters that can fit into level 8 as possible. You can banish 3 rock monsters from your hand or graveyard to special summon this card. This thing's broken. I love this card. Playing 1 Nibiru, just more rock support. It's also searchable off of Gallant Granite, which we are playing to facilitate some of our other rock plays, just in case we want to search Black Dragon and so on and so forth. The Mitsurugi cards, I'm going to do my best to just make it nice and simple. They all have ritual summon effects where they can ritual summon monsters from specific parts of either your hand, graveyard, or field, and they all have effects when when ritual summon. So, gonna make it nice and brief. We are playing 2 Megalith Fool. When in ritual summon, target a card in the grave, add it to your hand, it gains those levels. You can use its effect to ritual summon from the deck. We are playing 2 Ophiol. On ritual summon, you search a Megalith card, you can use this card's effect to ritual summon from the hand. We are playing 3 Haggith. On ritual summon, search a spell or trap, you can ritual summon from the hand. We are playing 1 Fulak. On ritual summon, grab a card from your graveyard, add it to your hand. This can ritual summon Megalith monsters from the graveyard. We are playing 1 Phaleg. You can discard the card in order to tribute a Megalith monster from your hand. This card gives an attack boost to your ritual monsters. Bethor? Same thing as before. Discard this card in order to special summon to ritual summon a Megalith from hand. When this card is ritual summoned, you can target cards your opponent controls up to the number of different ritual names on your field and destroy them. A nice board wipe. 3 Aratron. Same thing as before. This one, though, however, is a quick effect, which is actually kind of nice. but this one is a targeted effect negate, which is actually pretty nice. Hopefully that was nice and simple for you guys. Moving on to more of the Mitsurugi cards we are playing. Kumo, great card, gives you a negate. They could choose to discard in order to prevent the negate, but on special summon it destroys all the cards. If it's tributed, you get to grab any Mitsurugi card that you want. On tribute, grab any Mitsurugi card that you want. It's kind of just here just for that extra body. Don't really ever use this effect. Habakiri is the normal Mitsurugi starter. Reveal it so you can grab any Mitsurugi card that you want. Any of your normal summon Mitsurugi cards, special summon it to the field, and then immediately tribute something on board. This is your starter of your Mitsurugi engine. We are playing one Notre Plura. Now you can reveal this card so your opponent cannot activate cards in response to your Megalith monsters. It is an Omni negate on the field, and if they targeted something, you could tribute something on the board. This is one of our boss monsters. You want to try and get this card out. It has a stipulation though that you can only ritual summon this with ritual monsters, so keep that in mind, and that is why we were playing so many of the Megalith cards. 2 Miracle Raven, just insane ritual support. We're going to kind of try and speed this up a little bit. Free preparation of rights, you can search literally anything from the deck. 1 Fossil Fusion, so we can get out our fossil monsters. 3 Readying of Rights to search our Miracle Raven, and if we do search the Miracle Raven, we get something that we can use to special summon the Miracle Raven. 1 Mitsurugi Ritual, 1 Mitsurugi Mirror, 3 of the brand new Megalith Anastasis. I've never said that out loud, but this is great. You can just discard 1 card to add any 2 Megalith monsters. This is a 1-card combo. Not only that, it's a draw 2, discard 1 anytime that you ritual summon a Megalith monster, which is very nice. 1 call by, 1 crossout designator, 3 Megalith unformed. This top effect comes in clutch sometimes, but it's just to special summon any Megalith from your deck, utilizing twice the amount of levels. You guys just got to keep that in mind. 3 Mitsurugi Prayers, 2 Infinite Impermanence, 1 Great Purification, and 1 Megalith Emergence. This card, you can drop this card, but I do find it pretty funny, and it's just something to help further the Megalith package. Moving on to the extra deck, we are playing the Fossil Warrior Skull King and the Fossil Machine Skull Conveyor. These cards are in here because of Fossil Fusion, but these are your going second cards. These are your board breakers because they both get a second battle, and this one gets 3 battles. This one also drops the attack equal to their original defense, just helps break through. These cards just help push and finish and try and get you game right there on the spot. 1 Gallic Granite. The entire deck is rock monsters, so this thing can search literally anything in your deck. 1 Drill Driver Vespinato for Zeus plays. 1 number 23 Lancelot, the Dark Knight of the Underworld. This card is normally pretty bad, but in this circumstance, it is actually kind of nice, where the effect of this card is basically immediate, forcing them to have to immediately just throw away something to have this card immediately respond to it. Has actually been pretty clutch. You can use Hope Harbinger in its spot, but I actually have grown to really like having this card in the deck. We have 1 Zeus, 1 IP Masquerena, 1 Offsetter Charmer, 1 Dynamundo, 1 SP Little Knight, 1 Blackluster Soldier of Chaos, because it's funny. I like this card a lot, and you can make it pretty easy. 1 Raten, the Heavenly General, 1 Gorgon of the... I'm not going to try. 1 of the new WP Fancy Ball. This card is honestly probably going to be a pretty good staple here in Master Duel as a Master Duel exclusive. And then 1 Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. You can spam a lot of bodies onto the board. This is a nice board breaker to get something real pesky off the board. Very nice card. I really wanted to try and speed that up a little bit because this deck is massive and there's a lot to go over. But let's go ahead and try and see if we can get in a quick game with this deck and try and show off at least a combo or 2 on what you guys can do, and then maybe we'll follow up with another video a little later on. Alright, I really did try to get this into a ranked game, but I played like 3 in a row, and my opponent just kind of scooped immediately upon seeing what I was playing. So we're just going to hop in here. I'm just going to go in the solo mode real quick, just show you some real solid bread and butter combos, and right here, we have exactly what we want. We have Manju the 10,000 hands. We pop this bad boy out in the field. You can grab literally anything that you want. Now, in this case, most of the time, you would grab your Mitsurugi. But again, like I said, you can do pretty much just about anything that you want with this line. So in this case, since we have the Aerotron in hand, what we're actually going to do is we're going to grab Haggith. And what we're going to do is we're going to use Aerotron's effect. Let's turn that off. Actually, to get out Haggith by tributing our Manju, the 10,000 hands. From here, we're going to use Haggith's effect. We're going to grab Anastasis. We're going to activate Anastasis. We're going to use Anastasis. And in this case here, we'll drop the cross-out designator so it stops prompting me. We're going to grab out, in this case here, let's grab out our Fool. And we will grab out our Bethor. We're going to then use Haggith's effect. We're going to special summon Fool. We're going to bring Fool out. We are going to Chain Link 1 and then Chain Link 2. We're going to target the Haggith and grade. Grab the Haggith again. Not bad, actually. In this case, we'll discard the Nibiru. We're going to go ahead and use Fool's effect. We're going to special summon out, we want Ophiel. We are going to use Fool's effect. Bring out Ophiel. We're going to use Ophiel's effect. We're going to grab out, we're going to grab out our Notrapura. We're then going to use Ophiel's effect. We're going to get out Haggith once again. Now, the Megalith cards, their ritual effects are once per turn. However, their on-ritual summon effects are not once per turn. So in this case here, we're going to grab out Megalith Unformed. We're going to use Unformed, the special summon from the deck. We are going to grab out, Fulak. We're going to use Fulak's effect. We're going to grab out Aeratron from Grave. We're going to use Fulak's effect to grab out Ophiel once again. We're going to use Ophiel's effect. We're going to grab out a Phalanx. We're going to use Phalanx's effect. And we are going to summon out our Notrapura. There we go. Now from here, since we have Readying the Rights, we're going to use Readying the Rights effect. We're going to grab out the Miracle Raven. We're going to bring out the Miracle Raven. We're going to use Mitsurugi Prayers now. Add one Mitsurugi. We're going to grab our Habakiri. And now things are going to look a little standard from here. We're going to tribute Visaji. We're going to grab Mitsurugi Ritual. We want to do it from hands. Get out you. We want to get out you. We're going to Chain Link 1, put Mitsurugi Ritual back to our hand. Chain Link 2. We are going to Mitsurugi Ritual once again. We're going to special summon Murakumo. Yep. We can't special summon it out, but that's okay. We're going to grab the Mitsurugi Mirror here, in this case. From here, we're going to go into Gallic Granite. We're going to use Gallic Granite's effect. We're just going to detach the Netsword Serpent. Doesn't really matter. And now we're going to grab our Block Dragon. Now we're going to use Mitsurugi Mirror. Bring out the Habakiri. We're going to use Murakumo. We're going to use Murakumo's effect. In this case here, we're going to grab Great Purification. Special summon to the field. We are now going to, we're not going to link off into IP Masquerena. Yeah, we don't necessarily need to use the Miracle Ravens for its effect. It's just to help get extra bodies on board. Now we're going to get out Block Dragon. 1, 2, and let's get rid of, I'm going to keep Aeratron in. Bring out Block Dragon. Now we can go into Lancelot. And in this case here, we're just going to set and then pass. And with this end board here, now I'm going to preface this, I'm still learning the combos as well, but with just basically what we did here, we have an Omni Negate, we have a negate that forces them to discard for them to not get it, an automatic negate, which is a once per turn. This is an automatic negate on anything that they decide to do, that they want to start with. We then have Mitsurugi Great Purification in order to get another Omni Negate by tributing a level 5 or higher, which will then proc to special summon Murakumo again to get an entire monster board wipe. And then we also have IP Masquerena, who can then link off with Lancelot to either go into SP Little Knight, which we then can then use SP Little Knight's effect, or we can go into WP Fancy Ball, which card is, we can go into WP Fancy Ball in order to get its effect negate and banish, because when it does return back to the field, only Fancy Ball comes back. So you effectively have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right here 6 interruptions off of just one singular card. Just one. Of course, we had some other cards in our hand in order to facilitate this, but even just a singular Anju can get you the entire Mitsurugi package that can lead into this situation 90% of the time. So with a solid hand, this is basically where we can end up. A lot of the times you'll find yourself on just Notrapura and maybe just another Murakumo card, but that is still pretty good at the end of the day. And then we can even do something with Focus Fusion, maybe say this is we're going second. This is kind of negating ourselves here, I just realized. But we could have gone into Fossil Fusion, and then if this was our turn too, we could get out this or the other guy to really push for game. So that is the deck list, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this combo was not too crazy for you. This deck does combo for a while, so just make sure, one, that you have at least some experience while going. This is not a beginner-friendly deck, so I encourage you guys to really sit down and practice with it. If you guys are going to make Megalith, it is definitely not beginner-friendly, so just take your time with it, sit back, really try and get it. It is powerful when you get it going. It is not the strongest deck in the world, I will say, especially since you do have a lot of moving pieces and a lot of requirements to really get the best out of the deck, but it can put up some pretty scary boards. So let me know what you guys think of this down below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and enjoy it.